Hey folks, it's Attorney at Baseball. I've got another video for you here. I wanted to do a review of a 25 card order I just received back from TAG. Actually, I received it right around Christmas, so it's been a couple of weeks now, I guess. But basically, I sent 25 cards to TAG and got the results back, and it's kind of a little bit of a mixed bag. Mostly good, but there's some bad and ugly as well. But the first thing I wanted to do is kind of discuss the differences that I saw with the whole process between TAG and SGC, which is the only other company that I've personally used for grading. I've not ever personally sent anything off to PSA or Beckett. But with TAG, it's kind of a little bit different process because instead of just packaging up your cards, based on their instructions of how they want them, in card savers or whatever, you have to basically pay for a submission kit. You basically pay your grading fees up front. They send you a submission kit, which has their own sleeves and their own card holders that you place the cards into, and then check off a checklist because you've already entered in what cards you're sending on their website before they send you the kit. And so you can't just straight away send these off the TAG to be graded. You have to basically place your order, pay for it, and then wait for the submission kit and then submit the cards. So what happened was we had a little bit of a hiccup. I placed the order on, I believe it was October 19th of 2023. And figured, they'll get it to me pretty quickly. I'll get it submitted. I think they had like a 30-day business day turnaround time listed. It might have been 40, I'm not sure. But whatever the case may be, I felt very confident I'd have everything back, before Christmas. As it happens, I use my post office box as my shipping address for anything, especially if there's, any kind of value to it. I like the safety and security of having things delivered to my post office box, and then I can pick it up at the post office. So I just use that. I've used that as my mailing address for 25 years. So they didn't say anything about not being able to deal with that or it being sort of a problem. So I assumed that it wouldn't be a problem at all. I use my post office box as my shipping address for the order. And of course, they ship it via FedEx. FedEx Smart Post, which in theory, should work well with the post office. In practice, that's not always the case. So what happened was the FedEx Smart Post basically didn't update for about a week. I finally got a hold of TAG and on their website, their online chat or what have you. And they said they'd look into it. Like a day or so went by, and then finally the FedEx Smart Post updated with the location. Basically, it took nearly 2 weeks for me to get their submission kit, which should have been like 3 days. And so I got it on November 2nd, I believe. I immediately packaged up the cards according to their instructions and sent it back out to them via their FedEx return shipping box they'd sent on November 3rd. I then finally got notice that they were shipping out my graded slabs on December 19th, I believe it was. So it was about 45 days or so, calendar days, which I figured was close to or maybe even within their business day window from when it was submitted. But obviously, I didn't expect it to take over 2 months from the time I placed the order. But let's go ahead and open these up. I've already previously opened them, so it's not really an unboxing per se, but I just wanted to kind of go through these with you. This is the box that I've made sort of the good box. These are the results I'm pleased with. I'm going to go over these first. So basically, we've got a Trevor Bauer rookie card. It's the 2012 Topps Update Gold Sparkle Parallel. That came back at 10. That's great. Happy with that. Then we've got a Shohei. It's the True Rookie card from 2018 Topps Update. Card number 1 came back at 10. That's great. That's going in the PC. Shohei Rookie Debut from Topps Update 2018. Also a 10. That's wonderful. And actually, it sent off 2 of them. And they both came back 10s. That's great. So there we go. I'm going to keep the, and this is the other thing about Tag, they grade on a 1,000 point scale actually. So this one is a 969, which corresponds to a 10 in their 10-point grading scale. They translate their 1,000 point score to. And this one is a 955, which is also a 10. So I'm going to keep the 969 10, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this 955 10 up on eBay, I believe. So I've got 2 different piles going here. All right. And then we've got 2 of these Upton, Ohtani, and Trout golf cart cards from 2018 Topps Update. I think that's kind of a fun card. Old Shohei looks extremely happy. Him and Trout there, and then Upton's just on the back of the golf cart, like, what do you want from me? That's hilarious. All right, they both came back 10s. One is a 974, the other is a 969. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the 974, put the 969 up on eBay. All right, then we've got Topps Update, the 3-game home run streak card. I really love this card. I've got 1 or 2 graded by SGC, I believe. This came back at 9. So, as you can see, 944 somehow translates to a 9, but like 9, what is it? What was the lower one? I don't know, 955 was a 10. So I'm not sure where the cutoff is, and I thought they had half grade. I know they have half grades. I would have thought they'd have 9.5. It almost doesn't seem like there's room for a 9.5 if 944 is a 9 and 955 is a 10, but I don't know. They don't. They've got these great reports that break down exactly every aspect of the card and where it is on the 1,000-point scale, and it's very helpful compared to the kind of lack of information you get from even from SGC and certainly from what I've heard from PSA. But I feel like I've seen 9.5s in Tag online anyway, so I don't know why that wouldn't have been a 9.5. Now this one is the 2018 Topps Chrome 1983 refractor. As I've said before, I believe on this channel, I love these 83 refractors. Now it might have been in a video I tried to make back in September where I ripped open a box, a jumbo box of 2018 Topps Chrome, going Shohei hunting. I actually didn't get this one from that box. I actually bought this one on eBay, but I did get another one that I think I sent to SGC in an SGC order I sent in mid-November that I actually got back like the first week of December, which was another kind of comparison to this Tag situation. But this one came back at 9. And if you want to, you can actually, if you want to pause the video and kind of scan this QR code, you can actually look at the report. You can pull up the report on this card from that QR code and see why it got the score that it did, a 9, or on their 1,000-point scale, 908. But I love that card. That's great. I'm a Shohei fan, regardless of the fact that I've never been a fan of the Angels and certainly not the Dodgers, but I do like old Shohei Ohtani. So this is the 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire AL West Studs card of Ohtani and Bregman. It came back at 10. And so there we go. I like that card. This is Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire Gold Rookie Cup card. Of course, it's not his rookie card, but that's 2018 was his rookie card year, but that came back at 10. That's great. I like that result. I'm actually going to put that up on eBay. All right, and then Joey Votto, 2019 Chrome Sapphire Orange Refractor. This one's numbered to 25, if I recall correct. Yep, and it's 25 out of 25. So eBay one-on-one, I guess you could say. But that came back at 10, and it's $9.53. So that's even closer to the $9.44, and yet it's still a 10 out of 9.5. I'm not sure I'm putting that one up on eBay. All right, we got Lars Nootbaar, Chrome Black, Green Parallel. Came back at 10. That's fantastic. I love these tag slabs too. They're totally transparent to the point you flip them over and you see all of the text backwards. That's neat. I really do like these. All right, this is a nice one. This is the 2022 Topps Chrome Extended Rookie Short Print refractor card of Julio Rodriguez. So it's a short print rookie card in Topps Chrome. The PSA 10s go for $1,000, $1,200 on eBay. What a tag 10 will go for, I don't know, but I'm going to put this on eBay. I'm not sure in what way, if I'm going to put it as a buy it now with best offer or what I'm going to do. I still need to think about that, but I mean, that's a nice card. I like that card. But I got to pay for this hobby somehow. So when I luck out and pull a card like this, which I did, it was, I think, the second to last pack of the last box of a case of 2022 Topps Chrome that I opened last fall. You've gotta put that up for sale and, you know, help fund this effort here. All right, this is the one. I forgot that it was in this order. I was thinking I might have sent it to SGC, but no, I did send it to Tag. This is the one, excuse me, this is a card that I did pull out of the box that I talked about earlier that I ripped in September of 2018 Topps Chrome, a jumbo box. This was this is the only Shohei card I pulled out of that box, which was kind of disappointing. I was hoping for more than one, maybe a serial numbered, you know, shorter print card. But this is great. It's his base rookie in Chrome. Came back at 10. Now you see that's a 950. So that seems like it was very close to being a 9 based on what we're seeing here. But I do like that card. So I'm going to keep all of that one. Now this is great. I love this one. Okay, it's the One Last Dance card from 2022 Topps Chrome Update Sapphire. And did they, let's see, came back at 10 at 956. Okay, yeah, green refractor, and it's numbered, what is it, to 75? Yeah, 20 out of 75. So I really wish they had managed to get a picture with just Yachty and Pujols. You know, I guess it was one last dance between all three of them, but of course Wainwright stuck around probably a season too long. It probably would have been better if they'd have all retired after that season, but he didn't have that great of a year this year, as everybody knows. But I do really like that card. That's keeping that, obviously. All right, this is where we get out of the 10s into the 9s. Well, I guess we did have that Shohei 9. Sal Perez, 2022 Topps UK Gold. I think this is the 50. No, that's the 25. In Topps UK, I guess the gold is the 25. And that came back at 9. Nice looking card. That's going up for sale. And then Jeremy Pena, 2022 Topps UK. I think this one is to 125. That graded out of 9. It's the Topps UK Black parallel, yeah, to 125. And so that's for sale. So those are kind of the good results. I'm going to move these all over here. put those out of the way. We're going to open up this. These are kind of the bad results. And I'm going to take this in an order that I've already pre-arranged these cards in. And I'm going to, okay, I'm going to close. I got a Griffey card that you probably just saw. We're going to save those for last. It was the Griffey Upper Deck rookie. But in any event, I'm going to start with these. Yeah, and those, in any event, a little preview, the Upper Deck 89 cards did not fare well. Even though they were from freshly opened packs, from a BBC, from a sealed case, sealed box. But anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. So, Elly De La Cruz, 2022 Bowman Chrome, Sapphire Prospects, 7.5. Not good at all. If you want to look up the QR code, let me see if I can get a really good, there it is. But, and I know I looked at it. I can't recall what the issue was. I mean, it looks great. I love the look of this card. I've got to feel like with a more subjective grading system like some of the other graders, it might have fared better. But then again, sometimes, and maybe there's some, maybe the centering is off over here to the point that it's, actually, as I look at it, that doesn't look like great centering. It's hard to tell on these cards where the right hand doesn't really have anything to reference except maybe the team logo down here. Yeah, that might be a centering deal. I'm not sure. But I was inclined to try and sell this. I don't know if it would yield much at a 7.5. So then we've got this Shohei rookie debut card from 2018 update, and it came back an 8. Not much to say there. Again, I don't see anything wrong with the corners or the edges, but they've been picking up some surface issues that you can't even really see. You know, maybe I need to get a microscope out or something with some of this. And then we've got the Shohei True Rookie from Topps Update, card number 1, 7.5. Not great. Not great. And then I just liked this card for some reason. It's the black parallel on the 88 All-Star design cards from 2023 Topps. Goldschmidt came back in 8.5, and it was numbered, what is that, 299? So I wasn't really, I'm not trying to sell that card. That would be something I'm keeping anyway, so I'll put it over here with my PC cards. But that was not as good as I was hoping from that card. Now, we're going to get here into kind of the issue of this order that really concerned me. And this Griffey rookie card was the first one I actually looked at when I saw the online report before I got the shipment back. And I was like, 5.5, you've got to be kidding me. 5.5. So, you know, 596, 5.5. It looks great. The centering, the edges, the corners, all essentially perfect. And if that was all you graded it on, it would have been a 10. If you want to pull up that report, feel free. There's the QR code. But I'll give you kind of the shorthand version of it. It was all front of the card surface issues. Scratches and creases. And I can actually see a little crease right here. Probably can't see it on the camera. I can actually see a little crease right here that I'm certain I didn't see, or I wouldn't have sent this one in. But it's otherwise looks perfect. But they found some, you know, tiny issues to the point that it knocked it down to 5.5. But what you just about won't believe is that the other cards that I sent from 89 Upper Deck, the Randy Johnson rookie and the Bo Jackson, also came back 5.5. Exact same front of the card surface issues. Back of the card was great. Edges, corners, centering, all great. I sent these because of, the perfect centering and edges and corners. Again, I pulled these straight out of, I had bought a couple years ago a BBC sealed box of the 89 Upper Deck low series or first series, whatever they call it, for the purpose of, hunting for Griffey rookies. And I found these cards and thought, well, they'd be worthy of being graded. Every one of them came back at 5.5. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. 5.5 for each of them. I am, like I say, I could see the crease on this Griffey. I can actually see a crease in almost the exact same spot on this Randy Johnson card. That's weird. I hadn't seen that prior to sending them in. Let me see if there's one on the Bo Jackson. Yep, almost identical crease on the Bo Jackson. I don't get it. I don't know where that, I don't know what the deal is with that. That's very strange. But then the fourth Upper Deck card I sent off was this Nolan Ryan card. And they refunded it. It says size restriction. The email they sent actually said, they called it manufacturer oversized. They basically said the card was too big. That it was too big for their slab and so forth. I don't get it. I think it was the same size as all the other Upper Deck cards. I don't think it deviated from the other cards anyway. They certainly can't accuse anybody of trimming it if it's oversized, but so that's the situation with that one. I thought it was I love this Nolan Ryan card. If I can get this sticker thing off. What on earth did they do? All right, I guess this is some internal thing they use. Okay, this would be, this is actually the submission kit. This is the penny sleeve and the card saver they sent. That's part of the submission kit that I actually used. So I guess they just somehow label that before they grade it, and then of course it didn't work out. They didn't want to grade it or couldn't grade it, whatever. So there it is. I really like that card. It's got that like 3 frames of him pitching. And I wanted that, graded. So that's the tag order. Let me know in the comments what you think I need to do with these cards, these Upper Deck cards. I kind of came up with an idea. I don't know what anybody thinks, but with the 3 that were graded, and really the one that they said they couldn't grade, I'm thinking about just submitting these to some of the other grading companies. Maybe submitting one to PSA, one to Beckett, and the other 2 to SGC. Maybe submit this one, and then one of these, probably the Griffey to SGC, because I do like them better for my personal collection, and I would probably want to keep the Griffey if it graded any better than that. And then see what PSA and Beckett have to say about these, and maybe do a video comparing how these come back from the other services. I don't know what y'all think. Tell me in the comments, or if you have a better idea, let me know. I'd love to hear it. But that's my experience grading with Tag, and I hope y'all have a happy new year. This is Attorney at Baseball signing out.